Hello, welcome to another episode of One Life Review, the only show on the internet where the three of us try and beat games in one life. My name is Paddy, and I'm here as always with the wonderful Alistair.
Hello.
And the glorious Rob.
I have a confession. That
What's your confession?
I do this show with 3 other groups as well.
You terrible person.
One of them has a guy called Sladdy and Pal.
Sladdy and Pal. These are my mates. Sladdy and Pal.
Deep down,
you get it, guys.
Deep down, I always knew. I just hoped. Yes.
What are you playing?
Britain Prototype. It's like it's sort of been on a theme this week or something.
Whee!
Yeah, we've talked about Prototype a lot recently.
I think we've talked about Prototype more in the last few weeks than anyone's talked about Prototype in like 10 years.
It was in the Activision sale that they had a couple of weeks ago, and I think I downloaded it and got really excited, and then Rob mentioned it, and then I was like, I'm going to play it. And then we talked about it again. It was in the list.
I enjoyed my time with this.
Yeah, it is really fun.
When I played it. Yeah.
Like, it's one of those games where not much kind of visually happens, but it's so entertaining. So just like flying around the city is so much fun.
Decimation.
And mindlessly killing.
Murder everyone. So you've got this in 22%. Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, I mean, like the first few missions.
Shenanigans.
They're quite easy and like quite very sane.
Bring in the council.
Yeah. Eat this guy.
Oh dear. What happened? So what happened there?
You absorbed him. Absorbatron.
Oh, Absorbatron.
You basically, when you play this game, you know, one way you can recover health is by grabbing hold of some random and absorbing them.
Nice.
That looks horrific. I don't want to be absorbed.
I don't know. It doesn't look fun. It's all the sausages, I think, that freak me out a bit. Who's shooting? Ow, what's happening?
People are quite upset when he chose to merge somebody into his own person.
Oh, so people don't like it when you absorb someone?
They normally get a little bit upset.
Oh, fair enough. So can you take on their appearance, and can you do anything with that?
You can sneak into places and stuff, I think. Good. Great. Fantastic.
We think Al might have sadly passed away. Oh, and look who's back!
Sorry guys,
back from the dead.
East Wing summoned me for a brief second.
So
I had to jump off.
Classic you.
It's classic me.
Are you a fucking goth now?
Shocking your YouTube responsibilities.
I know.
I have to sometimes.
Just a hobby.
Yeah.
Jesus.
At least you got to see me.
I've got a hair in my mouth. Hang on.
Oh,
Ooh, yum.
But
at least
I think personally, this is where Al has been. He snuck into my house and snuck a hair in my mouth.
I'm that sneaky.
Classic Al.
Classic you.
But at least you missed me.
I want you to eat my hair.
You missed me failing to stealth consume someone.
You tried though.
Yeah, I mean, like I did it outside the base, and that's why I had to run away for a bit, and then I paused on the inside to figure out how to stealth consume, and did it to this guy, and you can like.
Are these his memories?
Yeah, it's like he's a APC like an armored vehicle driver.
I think we should get a prototype 3 made by a different a company who knows how to.
Who would you like to make?
I mean,
prototype
this is entertaining though.
It is good, but it could have been.
Yeah, I mean,
brilliant. You know what I mean?
The story isn't great, I'd admit.
It's got some great ideas though.
Yeah, and like the gameplay is kind of quite repetitive, but I mean it's so enjoyable to play. And like,
who would I like to see make this? That's a good question. God, that is a tricky one. EA, can we have money?
Who made this?
Some person that I don't know.
Okay.
Activision.
Have you done any research?
Yeah, it's an Activision game, but like the studio.
That's the publisher, yeah.
I have no idea in that case.
Because if it wasn't Avalanche, then they could do a decent job. They're the ones who do Just Cause and that sort of stuff.
That would, yeah.
Because you can.
But I remember this one. I died on this, so Al, you've already earned my respect.
What's going on with growth?
Yeah, so like this is the hive, so where the infection kind of comes from, and someone wanted you to gather some intel by getting some glowy balls that drop from the inside of it, and then an evil guy trying to stab you with some serum drops down. Specialist Cross. And
Specialist Cross?
Isn't he the guy
He's
who plays
super
in the
special
second
at being mad.
I've never actually played the second one. I've got it
Yeah,
downloaded now. I've got it in the Activision sale.
He's the guy that you play as in the second game, and I believe the main bad guy is the guy you're playing as here.
Oh, what a twist!
What a twist!
Twisted.
Spoilers for Prototype 2, Al.
I know.
Why'd you have?
By the way.
Why'd you have
Ruined
Wolverine claws?
It's like you get different abilities with your. For some reason, you're like a special infected, and you get abilities. So you get like claws, you get a whip, you get like fists, and you get some really cool ones later on.
You get fists.
Yeah.
My
Yes.
goodness!
And you
What
get-
an unusual
yeah,
thing
big
for a
chunky
person to
fists.
have.
It's one of those where you can unlock like, the abilities you get, but also like, sometimes it's just you progress through the story and then you'll get a certain ability as well. Other times you can pay for it with your experience points.
Pay for it with your
Pay the money.
prostitute money.
It's so fun.
Oh, look at the
Where do you
pokiness.
get your money from, Al? Where do you get your money?
How do you do it?
Jiggling!
Secret.
I have been rumbled.
I'll bloody a Jigiolo.
Oh hello.
Oh, hello.
Doesn't quite work, does it?
It does
It's
not.
close though. It's close.
At least we
But not
try.
quite
At
there.
least we try.
Yeah.
I like your extendable appendages out, but they don't seem to be working.
No, I mean the guy had a taser every time I got near him, so I decided to try and whip him from a distance. I whip my thing,
Whip
back
that
and forth, whip it, and
Oh.
yeah. So I decided my best tactic was to run away, run away very fast from all the explosives. Because he has
That
a
is
taser.
that is how I imagine you play most games.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hurt, so I'm going to run away.
See, he's a big taser. I can't get near him, otherwise you get like cattle prodded.
That's what I would be doing if I was him. Just running a bomb, 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 bomb.
I mean, like, I didn't have to cut out bits
Bare
when
necessities.
I'm literally like, close to death and leave a
Worry about
battlefield
your
to
zombies
find
or
some
your
innocent
sickness.
civilians and then just like
Ow.
slaughter them and eat them to get health. Yes.
I think you are an absolute a poonhead.
Thank you. Where's this coming from?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not
because
arguing.
this is taking for fucking ever.
I know.
Why have you killed him yet?
But you've
It's
cut
an
out a
intense
lot of
battle.
stuff in this game, but you've kept in.
Trust
Like,
me.
yeah, it's an intense
this is-
battle, but you're running. You're not fighting.
This is the least repetitive out of everything.
You're running around in circles, and now he's calling in the military.
No, it's a Black Watch. They're different. There's the military, and then there's like these guys.
It's the Night's Watch.
And that's
Watch the wall.
Is this the wall?
It is a wall.
Are we lost?
Nerf?
Is this the North? The North
Bit hot
remembers.
for the Nerf. The Nerf remembers, son.
They didn't tell me the North was maybe New York City.
Maybe. It is.
I don't know where it's set.
Yes, New York City.
I assumed it was because there was a park.
I like the confidence you said it with, but also you had
Yeah.
a maybe. You're like, maybe New York City.
Well, I don't know, do I? I'm from North.
From Nerf.
I mean,
From Nerf of Yorkshire.
is North in Yorkshire?
I'm North of
I love it when you do accents. Oh, please do more.
I don't quite know. I just
quite
don't know.
Is it north of the Watford Wall?
It's got to be north of the junction. I don't know which junction, but one of them.
Oh no!
He's fucking outside the M25.
Exactly.
It's outside my house.
By the way, people who aren't from the UK, this is all fucking hilarious.
I know this is really funny. If you're not
This is-
laughing,
This is top draw.
This
British
is-
humour.
If you don't know what we're talking about, come to England, go to the north, come to the south, then watch this video again, and then you'll laugh with us. Like, ha ha ha, they were right.
If you're
Classic.
unsure, go on to Google Maps and
You've missed a few
look at
steps
the
now.
road infrastructure of the UK, and this will be fucking hilarious.
Go
It'd be
down
so
to your bookstore, buy a
funny
big
for
one.
you.
Road's
Why didn't I
biggest road.
subscribe sooner? Is what
if
you're
only I
like.
had known.
If only I had known that these guys had so much knowledge. Anyway, we've got, mate,
infrastructure.
why have you left in this pipe so
I know,
long?
it's
Because
That's
this
your
is an
thing.
interesting bit, apparently.
Criticise me and my edit, but this is shit.
You don't understand, Rob.
I do, because I make them as well.
No, because I'm not.
We understand the process, Al, because we do it every week. We've done it for over a
Most of
year.
the earlier missions are just doing this, but in various different locations.
Well, I'd rather see that, because at least he gets a different location.
This is
No.
just a
Rather
very,
than the
very.
same.
You're going to be so angry when I die at the end of this.
You're just.
Joke! Objective
Yay.
complete!
This is
Did
just.
you beat him?
I did. But
Oh,
wait,
look at those
Did
animations.
you make him cross?
He's so mad.
Oh,
Achievement! That's why I left it in.
don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
After all of that, the only
Also,
trophy you got was
penis
Errand
wench.
Boy. Whee! Oh,
How have you climbed like 3%? You like that bit there, your thing climbed 3%.
and now you're at 52. What's happening?
Shenanigan.
Shenanigans!
Like,
Assemble the council!
Literally between that bit and this bit was me chasing the big thing with the blue mark on it. That was it. There was no gameplay. It was literally me chasing it and not being able to hit it at all. That was it. It doesn't half have some like boring long missions. This game.
It
Yeah,
don't
this
have
is-
some.
This is
some rubbish.
what I meant earlier, where I'd love to see this game, like a third one of this game, but made by. I don't want to disrespect the people who made this.
I mean,
but
it's a
obviously
great
they
game.
they had a lot of things they could have done much better, and I think they knew that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would be great to see a team that is used to this sort of game try and make something like this, because I had a really good time.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
sort of
like,
getting
it's-
me even more excited for Spider-Man, which will have been out for a week by the time this does hit,
I mean,
hit the airwaves. But like, you're jumping around and you're being all superhero.
Hey,
well,
you can
super
like
villainy, I
glide
suppose.
and you can dash and all that. And when you
like
get
the-
this weapon, it is the best, because when you run, you hold out in front of you and just like kill everyone in
Right
front of
through.
you for no reason.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool.
I love mass
The-
damage.
Have you managed to record any of the huge power moves? Because those were my favourite, the ones where you
Oh,
just
the
Oh, you mean the ones where
wipe out everything
you
in the whole screen.
you stand with a strong stance? Or take up
did I-
too much
I mean,
seat on
I think I maybe did it once or twice, but I don't think any of it made it in.
What?
It wasn't interesting enough, Rob.
So you'd give us the 40-minute fight with one guy?
Yes.
You can't give us the
I'm-
most exciting bit of the game?
Now I've got a gun. Now I'm just shooting.
Are we
things.
supposed to be excited?
Yes, because it's different slightly.
I have a gun now.
Instead of like hitting people with my fists, I hit people with my guns. A lot of this game is to run away and just like regain
Well,
health.
Definitely the way
Paddy.
you play it.
If
Wait,
you ever want to
leave
see
it.
those super awesome, cool moves, go onto YouTube,
So
yeah?
I find a different YouTube channel.
Type in super cool
don't
moves.
type in Twisted Park Gaming because you won't find it there.
Hey, I think you're just being
And
mean.
find something else. Well, there's a reason.
Find,
It was like
find a
these,
YouTube channel that knows what it's doing.
these are these are the briefest parts that I can pick up. Everything else is longer.
That's
Oh,
what cutting
dear.
them is for.
Yeah, but I don't like cut a sequence in half, do I? Because then it's like it seems a bit weird, isn't it?
You started us at 22%.
Yeah.
You can literally do
I love
whatever
that
you
the
want,
rest,
mate.
The rest of this episode is just criticising what Alice chose to put in and what he hasn't.
I try to eat the big guy. He won't fit in my mouth.
Oh no. He's like, nah, girl.
Nah,
But like, because the thing is, I try to get in a different variation of how to play the game, to sort of like the evasion, the moving around, the stealth, the
No,
battling.
you put in running away, hitting something, and running away again.
I mean,
Which
running away is a big
I
part of the
respect,
game.
About
I
20
respect
minutes.
that. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's like the big part of the game, isn't it? You got to survive, and you consume these things to get health.
Nom, 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 nom. What are all these people doing? Do they want to eat?
They're
people too?
infected.
Oh, okay.
They're infected.
So like in these red zones, like pretty much everyone is infected.
I'm just saying,
Look at it
guys,
go.
if you were to live here, it would be terrifying. I'm sorry. Just saying.
Fling. It
Yes,
entertains me
Rob?
more than it should do.
You wanted to moan about losing a debate. Carry on.
How do people know that yet? Because it's not out.
Well, it might be out one day. Or
If
not.
Al gets it sorted,
Wait.
Jesus Christ.
It'll be out in the order we filmed it in.
If Al doesn't cut, that bit out.
I
doesn't
will,
think it's interesting.
I will fight you and I'll run away midway through the fight, then I'll fight you again. I will take you out through boredom. It is
Oh.
my method.
I remember these
Is
things
it?
being very hard to fight.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
with the like this blade weapon, they're pretty good. They're pretty quick to get through. Just a lot of them are very, very irritating. But yeah, a lot of the tactic of this game is to jump in the air and drop kick. That is most of the tactic. Well, for me anyway. Because it's
Why
easy.
did you do one of the power moves? They're so cool.
Because you have to
Do
press
a
two
power
buttons.
move.
You have to press two
Ow.
buttons at once, and
Ow,
it's
do a
really
power move.
annoying.
And that's too much power.
Yeah.
Al, do a power move. Do it. I
Okay.
want to see it.
Watch. I got slapped.
Wow. So much power.
But it's like, also I kind of did forget how to do the power moves most of the time.
It's literally like the most It's one of those things where it wipes out everything on the screen. It's
From the man who brought you, I don't know how to wall jump.
Dude, I don't know how.
comes. Oh, there's a strong move.
I
No,
mean,
thank
I
you.
like,
It feels like cheating.
I was like, oh yeah, I could press Y and X at the same time, and then it just like killed everything around me. I went, that's a thing in the game, isn't it?
I always like to give those below me a chance. Not too much of a chance, but just a little one. Make them feel special.
Random
Look at
kick.
you completing objectives.
I know.
What was the objective, other than poke him in the butt?
Just to get to this thing again, and then like the bit I skipped was leading it to this place.
Oh,
There was a lot
so
of just
how long is this fight going to be? Oh my god.
It's gonna be like forever.
Oh dear.
The game is very repetitive and not too visually exciting, but I just want to showcase it because I love the game and it is very, very fun.
Yeah, it is a very fun game. It's one of those games that, like, I think when you show a free roam running around, just picking up people, running up the side of the building, stuff like that, that's the bit where you get the most fun out of it.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
these
my
bits
favourite
that
bit
I
is
found
gliding around the city.
Yeah. Why couldn't we have more of that out?
Because like
Yeah,
in
Al,
Forum, there's nothing
there was a
happens.
few seconds of
literally nothing happens. At least when I'm
okay,
at least
nothing
when I'm
happens,
running
but
away,
there's the pause
He
screen.
did leave it in a nice little pause though.
I maybe panicked and just pressed pause. I don't
That
know
helped
why.
so well.
What's happening?
I'm running, guys. It's my tactic. It works.
Oh,
Oh
womp,
no! You did.
I waited for the verification that I was dead.
I'm totally going to cover the EX and just have that say Al is dead.
Oh, clever.
Smart. I should have done that.
Oh, well done, Alistair. 56% through a game. Why don't you
For
tell
a
the
game.
people what you thought about the highly repetitive prototype?
I mean, going against what you saw on the screen, I loved it. I mean, I do love Prototype. Just the free roam, the flying about building to building, the destruction you can cause for no apparent reason.
All the things you left in.
All the
Brilliant.
things. I mean, it's because it is just so repetitive, but it's also great fun, and I'd advise people to pick it up and, have a go with it.
Yeah.
And on our patented rating scale, what are you going to give it?
I'll give it a loved.
Ooh, love is
The
in
highest
the
one there.
air. That's the best we can do. Top of the class hobby.
Yeah.
This week we're going to call it the super power meter, but shorter because that won't fit. The power meter, the powerometer. How do you think Al did?
It is a mixed a feeling that I've got on this week. There's a few factors in here. There's one, I generally believe Prototype to be at times quite a hard game, and I didn't think he'd get as far as he did. 2, it's quite a long game. 3, he showed absolutely zero swag or anything cool through the whole playthrough.
That is true, yeah.
So it's a bit of a hard one because like everything wants me to lead it towards a 5, and plus I'm still a bit, bitter about getting a 2 on the Jackie Chan thing because that game's impossible to beat in one life. So I'm gonna give Al, I'm gonna give him a 3. I think that's fair.
3.
3 is locked in.
A 3 is locked into the board. Al, I mean, you didn't entertain me like with the gameplay that you put in there. I mean,
that is
you know,
that is part of my swag.
you had a lot. I mean, that's what the swag and the power is all about. I'm going to echo Rob's sentiment there and throw in a 3 just because I feel like, you know, you must have done something right to get 56% through the game. Bear in mind, you started at 22%. We'll leave it up to the council to decide whether that was truth or not. I'm just kidding. We're so honest. We're too honest on this show.
Yes.
We need to cheat a little bit more.
I
But yes,
mean,
a 3.
judging by my previous scores, I am not ashamed to fail.
A 3. So that's going to put you in about 15th place.
Yeah, it's tied.
If we
168
decide
is the
to
final
put you
score.
above Far Cry Blood, I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
We haven't worked it out, mate. How are we doing
we don't
it
know
if
how
it's
to
the
do
same
it
score?
yet.
If the scores are tied, then the person who has the highest percentage
It's the exact same.
Oh, it's the
Bugger.
same.
we're fucked.
We didn't think this through far enough.
Alphabetical,
Yeah, okay. That means Al's always going to win, but fair enough.
Yeah.
based on the game title.
Oh.
Ah,
Al, you're screwed.
We'll flip a coin later.
wrap the shit up.
Wrap this shit up indeed. Well, thank you very much for watching another episode of One Life Review. I hope you had a wonderful time. We have been Twisted by Gaming, and we do these every week because we're seriously consistent like that. We're good with these. We also do a show called The 8-Bit Debaters where we argue about all the big stuff in video games, or not so big stuff depending on, perspectives and that. And we also do live streams on weekends and Saturdays and Thursdays. find us at youtube.com/twisted-gaming. Like, share, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And we'll see you again very soon. Very well.
Bye.
Peace.